So for us, it's a bit different with packing and packaging in the supply chain because the LCA that we can do is really a complete cycle. And if we're acting very, very sustainably in a process within an organization that is in that supply chain, that LCA does have an end. It's start out with maybe a virgin fiber, and it ends up being able to be composted in the right place. If it's recycled fiber, it ends up in a landfill and is easily compostable, biodegradable. So for us, in our supply chain work, we know that 26% of the cost of the product comes from the supply chain initiatives, from when the factory starts producing to where it gets to the consumer. That's 26% of the first cost. And if I can make an indent there by 10 or 15 or 20% by reducing volume, reducing the amount of material, that can make a great impact on that total cost of that supply chain initiative. So from an LCA perspective, it's different in supply chain. However, when we look at a company that we want to help, and that's how we look at it, we look at the different components of what they're doing globally in packaging and packing. And 95% of the time that we look at this and do our due diligence, we find that there are at least 10 different areas within the organization that we can help them reduce, eliminate, change, or modify in a way that'll make a significant effect on the CO2 emissions. For example, we just finished a project with a company that produces about 20 million pair of shoes a year. We were able to take their outer cartons, redesign them, re-engineer them, use 30% less paper. That resulted in 290 containers less per year traveling the earth. Now, of course, 290 containers doesn't sound like a lot to everyone, but when you put 7,500 to 8,000 pair of shoes in each, let's say, and you're dealing with 18 to 20 million, and each container has a very competitive cost today. You're looking at $2,500 to $3,000 per container from the Far East to Europe or USA. So the cost of the container is a big cost factor, but it's really the CO2 emissions, because that's where it really makes a difference in the environmental P&A of companies that Nike does, that PVH has done, many different companies around the world. So in what we do, we take that particular initiative and then we move it out to other areas within the organization. For example, plastic tape on auto cartons. Why do they use plastic? There's no need to. You can use microfiber. You can use fiberboard. It holds just as well, does the same job. And those are the kinds of things that we work on that really make traceability in the supply chain very important, because shoe companies or apparel companies make in 50, 60 factories in 15, 20 countries. So finding a global harmonization project that covers all those factories, so all the specifications are the same, the product, raw material comes from the same type of source, and following that through traceably is really a pleasure for us. We do less work when things are traceable. The company we work with does less work because everything is put together in a system whereby everyone can grab onto it at any time. And that makes a significant cost differential for us and for our clients. So supply chain has a big effect, and there are many areas that most companies don't know about.